Hey, what's up guys and gals, my name is Rick 9G. Thank you so much for joining me today in this video. We're going to be looking at Gilligan's Island. More specifically, we're going to be looking at the Howells. Now, the Howells are a very integral part of the show. Before we get into that, I want to thank all of you for your love and support on my channel. The channel continues to grow, and that is all due to you and your support to me. So thank you for all the love and support, as I said, that you do show. Let's get on right with the video. Now, as I said, the Howells are a very integral part of Gilligan's Island. And one of the most common things I hear about the Howells is a big critique, and a critique of the show in general. Let me tell you why this irks me a little bit. The critique is, why do the Howells, or how are they capable of having so much clothes on them? Didn't they take a 3-hour tour and they were on a boat, and so of course they had maybe a change of clothes in case they got wet, 1 or 2 max. But you see, when they're on the island, they have almost an infinite or an unlimited amount of supply. So I want to clarify all of these rumors and the myths that people think, and basically explain this away. How can this be possible? Was this just a huge major blooper? Well, let me tell you from right now, it wasn't. It was very purposeful, and there is an explanation for it. So this is why you should stay tuned and listen to all the information. Of course, you can see some photos of the Howells and their different outfits. Some of them will repeat, but these are all from many different episodes, and so I wanted to give you a broad range of outfits that appeared. But let me tell you, there's a lot more than this. Now, earlier I mentioned that this irks me, and the reason why is because a lot of these critiques come from people that are not big fans of the show. In fact, these are possibly critiques, and most likely critiques, from people who don't like the show or don't understand it. And the failure there is to not know or not understand that this show represents a social microcosm. This comes from the creator himself, Sherwood Schwartz, who wrote this in the beginning before he even pitched the pilot of the show. He has a whole book which covers the entire process of how Gilligan's Island was made. It's called Inside Gilligan's Island, and he refers to this. Now, making the show a social microcosm and very philosophical really alleviates and answers all of these questions that we may have. Now, I don't know why people would take a comedy like Gilligan's Island so seriously. There is a cartoon-like atmosphere. I mean, there's a few episodes where Gilligan flies with a pair of feather wings like Icarus does, or the other episode where he's fighting and wrestling with a shark. Of course, these are impossible things, and it all becomes reality in the course of the show. So taking a look at the microcosm that the show is, it's very easy to understand. Gilligan, of course, represents innocence and a childlike persona. Marianne, again, represents an innocent girl next door type attitude. The Howells represent a rich married couple, of course, or just the rich in society in general. We have the professor, who of course represents reason and science. Ginger, who represents the fake glamour and selfishness of Hollywood society. Then we have, of course, the skipper, who represents any type of authority figure. When Sherwood Schwartz wrote his book, he even states that the second most frequently asked question about Gilligan's Island is, where did the Howells get all of those clothes on that desert island? And it is a very good question, but he adds that the answer is philosophic. These are his words. It's philosophic, like some other things on Gilligan's Island as well. The endless wardrobe is a symbolic comment. Now, this is very important to note because big fans of the show would be aware of this, and people who just watch the show superficially, this would be a big critique that they could have. It was Sherwood Schwartz's way of saying that rich people manage somehow to have the best of everything, no matter what the circumstances. And that's your answer, guys and gals. Like I said, a lot of this show is answered very philosophically. There's religious undertones, philosophic undertones, and again, these were written in by Sherwood Schwartz himself. So whenever you do watch the show, keep this in mind, and it should add a new light, a new glimmer to the show, and a new layer you may not have noticed. So thank you so much for watching, guys and gals. I hope now that you can spread this message to other people and forward the video to others so that they can learn this as well. We'll see you all next time. Don't forget to stay absolutely positive. Make sure to always better yourself, and most importantly, be hopeful.